As I've told you, so there is a rumor that the Verilog came from Hilo and a combination of a computer language C. So at the time, Verilog was not standardized. So meaning wala pa siya acquire or standardized by the IEEE. So the language modified itself in almost all revisions from 1984 to 1990. So sige ka modify ang programming language or the language itself. So there are many Verilog simulator. So when you say you have uh, 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 what do you call this? A description, a textual description of your circuit. So you need to simulate those descriptions. So there are many Verilog simulator that was first used beginning in 1985 and was extended substantially through 1987. So the implementation was the Verilog simulator was sold by the gateway. So gisold siya sa gateway. So kato nakaano katong cadence, di ba? So the first major extension of the Verilog, which is Verilog XL, was Verilog XL. So which added a few features and implemented an infamous XL algorithm. So which was a very efficient method of doing gate level simulation. So here we'll be doing the gate level. As we go on of our discussion, we will do also the gate level simulation. So meaning, katumangig pangbuhat ninyo for example, sa inyong logic circuits, we will simulate that one. So we will see whether sakto ba ang iyang output. So sa inyong logic, di ba? I assume in your logic, you already discussed the signals, di ba? High, low, high, low. And you will know when to high and when to low depending on the logic gates. And especially kung may mugama na mo og combinational and sequential logic circuits. Okay? So because that is important for us. But here, gate level simulation is the one of the basic topic of Verilog. So, okay. So, let's continue. The time in 1990s, di ba? So, 1990s where it was acquired by the Cadence Design System, whose primary product at the time included thin film process simulator. So, decided to acquire the Gateway Automation System. Along with the other Gateway product, Cadence now became the owner of the Verilog language and continued to market Verilog as both language and simulator. Okay? At the same time, Synopsys was marketing the top-down design methodology using Verilog. So, unsa po ni si top-down design? So, when you are designing your system, you use top-down design methodology. So, start with the like it's like a form of a chart, okay, block diagram or a flow chart. So the nag-specify kung unsay process sa imuhang gigamang system. Okay, so later we'll have this one. So this is a powerful combination. So in 1990s, Cadence recognized that if Verilog remained a closed language, the pressure of standardization would eventually cause the industry to shift to VHDL. So, nakabantay si ang Cadence na, okay, di ba? Mas nauna gud si VHDL nga nahimong standard, di ba? So, 19 unsa tong year? It is standardized in 1987 and Verilog is only standardized in 1995. So, possibly nga masapawan sa VHDL ang Verilog, which they want it to be the standard. Ngano? Why it is important that the technology or your design or your development become a standard? Because if that will be a standard, many companies, many manufacturing companies will be using your technology. Meaning, there are many companies that will be buying your technology or magkuha or maghatag sila royalty funds or royalty pay nimo as the creator. So, kini sila, di ba? Company man sila na maligya. So, therefore, kung namaligya sila, so mas daghan kayong company ang mo invest or makuha sa ilahang pamaligya. Okay. So, since nakabantay ang Cadence design system nga, if himong pa nilang closed language ni siya, meaning dili siya pwede programon sa dili under anang companies na Cadence. So, ano lang nila, kanang internal lang nila. Dili pwede gamiton sa ubang mga companies. So, since the VHDL is already at the time standard, so tanaw sila na okay, kung nindot ang Verilog, pero kung di siya standard, so mag-shift na lang ta sa VHDL. So consequently, the Cadence open a Verilog International or OVI. So, and in 1991, gave it a documentation for the Verilog hardware description language. This was the event which opened the language. So, open meaning, open na siya, pwede na siya gamiton, dili siya dili na siya restricted, okay? So, the OVI did a considerable amount of work to improve the language reference manual. So, clarifying things and making the language specification as vendor independent as possible. So, soon it was realized that if there are too many companies in the market for Verilog, potentially everybody would like to do what Gateway did so far, changing the language for their own benefit. So this would defeat the main purpose of releasing the language to a public domain. So, if na public na nato ni standardize, possible na naana po'y magama na mag-base sa atoang design. So, kung mag-change po sila sa language for their own benefit, ma-defeat ang purpose nga open language niya. So, as a result, in 1994, the IEEE 1364 working group was formed to turn the OVI LRM into an IEEE standard. So, para dili siya ma-modify pa, because again, Verilog is very good and majority of the company or industry in the world is using Verilog. Okay? So, that's the reason why we will be using Verilog also. Okay? Ang atong gamiton dyan is Verilog. So, this effort was concluded with successful ballot in 1995. So, that's why it is on 1995, siya na himong IEEE Standard 1364. And the Verilog became IEEE in December 1995. So, when the Cadence gave the OVI, the LRM, several companies began working on Verilog simulators. So, since open naman ang language nila, so daghan kayo nagama og mga simulators. So, simulators pasabot katong mga lingwahe katong magama ka programming language. Daghan nimo siyang possible pamaagi para i-simulate. Like for example, in your C programming language, pwede nimo siya i-simulate to katong mga gipanggamit sa lab, or like for example Genie, katong normal Turbo C na mga simulators. So daghan kayong company. So the same as this Verilog. So in 1992, the first of these were announced, and in 1993 there were several Verilog simulator available from the companies other than Cadence. So the most successful of this was the VCS, the Verilog Compiled Simulator from Chronologic Simulation. So this was a true compiler as opposed to an interpreter. So, which is what the Verilog XL was. So hindi katong XL was interpreter naman siya. So kini simulator jud magpakita jud na say really na nahitabo. As a result, compile time was substantial, but simulation execution speed was much faster. So in the meantime, the popularity of Verilog and the PLI was rising exponentially. So Verilog as a HDL found more admirers and well-formed, federally funded than VHDL. So mas grabe jud ang Verilog. It was only a matter of time before people in OVI realized the need of a more universally accepted standard. According to the board of directors of the OBI requested IEEE to form a working committee to establishing Verilog as an IEEE standard. So the working committee, named it as 1364, was formed in the mid of 1993, and October 14, 1993, it had its first meeting. So monto siya hantod sa pag 1995 nahimo na siyang IEEE na standard. So monto nag-meeting sila. So the standard, which combine both Verilog language syntax and the PLI, is a single volume, was passed in May 1995 and known as the IEEE standard 1364 in 1995. So after many years, new features have been added to Verilog and a new version called Verilog 2001. So this version seems to have fixed lot of problems of Verilog in 1995 had. This version is called the 1364 2000. So only waiting now is all the tools of vendor implementing. So in our case, we will now be using we'll be using Icarus Verilog. So those are a vendor that offers simulation of your created description for your created hardware description. Okay, so we'll be using Icarus. That's why, diba? I've told you if you to please install Icarus. I've sent a video instructing how to install your Icarus. Okay, so okay, here in Verilog, so again, as I've told you, it is a hardware distribution language. It is a language used to describe digital system and can be used to describe digital hardware at a various level. So, mani siya, no? Mani ang katong top-down or bottoms-up. So, allows design either bottoms-up or top-down methodology. So, Verilog is a hardware description. Is a language used to describe digital system. So, giingan nato. So for example, network switch, microprocessor, or a memory, or a simple flip-flop. So, sa inyong logic ninyo, di ba? Flip-flop. So, microprocessors. This just means by using HDL, one can describe hardware digital at any level. So, very important kaya si hardware description language because you could actually make an IC from your program. You look for a vendor nga mag-create sa imuhang gigamang program, i-turn niya into mask, and then it will turn to an IC. Like for example, Mitsumi. If you are connected to Mitsumi, so you could pass them your design and make your own IC. So for example, so if you can see here, this is your D flip-flop. So sa sequential circuit ninyo sa kanang logic circuit, topic na sequential circuit. So D flip-flop, you have D input, clock pulse, Q output, and Q bar output. So if you could see, you have module here, module, the module name, and your inputs and outputs. So declare mo inputs and your outputs. So after that, if you could see, why this is really a description language, because you specify unsa man ani ang input, kining tiila o kining tiila, right? So mo na gibuto D, then si LK. So giniman man nato. Output asa man dapit, kining Q ug si Q bar. So wire. So kung magbutang kag wire, so literal wire, di ba? When you make a circuit, magbutang man kag wire. So mag specify pud ka unsa dapit ato ang mga wire nimo.